What I love about athletics is it really brings the community together. And unfortunately, due to these strange and unusual times, we're unable to be together tonight in person. However, I'm excited about this evening and I want to welcome each of you and I want to thank you for joining us for the 2020 Virtual Athletics Banquet. We've watched this past year as our teams have won region championships and state championships, and as they've practiced and played hard every single day. We've seen our Westminster student athletes compete to the very best of their ability in practice and of course during the games. As you know, life lessons are learned through wins and losses, and we all learn how important being part of a team can be. This concept of team will last well beyond your time in high school sports. I always want to keep our mission statement in front of us, and even though we're not perfect and we don't get it right all of the time, it is always our goal to live the Wildcat Way. The Wildcat Way, as you know, simply states that we honor Christ first. We expect the best from our teammates because we demand the best from ourselves. We reject complacency and outwork our opponents as we strive for success. We compete with an uncompromising character and integrity at all times. We demonstrate an unwavering pursuit of excellence. Of course, all of this is not possible without the hard work and service of many people. I'd like to take a brief moment at the start of our program to say thank you. First, I want to thank my wife Heather for her support and always being my best friend. Thanks to Mike Greiner for serving as our operations coordinator again this year. Thanks to our Associate Athletic Director Mark Tebbs and to our Athletic Administrative Assistant Rhonda Baranowski. You guys are the best. Thanks to our game announcers, our videographers, our clock keepers, and statisticians. And to Howard Durrell and his staff. Thanks also to Tim McLean, our athletic trainer. Thanks for always keeping us safe. Thank you to Branch Carter for all of his help, and to my friend Jonathan Lahan, who helps us each year with these videos. Thanks to our marketing department, Abigail Jesse and Megan Welch. Thanks also to our Booster Club president, Dale Hartenberg, and to the entire Booster Club Executive Council and team sport representatives. Thanks to our team parents and parent volunteers who help with gate, concessions, game day decorations, and many other things. Last but not least, I want to thank all of our JV and varsity head coaches and assistant coaches, and of course, you, our awesome student athletes. It certainly takes a team of people to help run our athletic programs at Westminster, and I'm extremely grateful for each and every one of you. Now, let's get on with the banquet. We will start first with honoring our teams from the fall, winter, and spring seasons, and then we'll close with the Male and Female Athlete of the Year awards and a final word to our seniors.
The 2019 varsity cheer season was a season full of hard work, great leadership, and fun. This season was unique in many ways, including cheering on our football team to a state championship, and especially given that half of our squad was made up of very energetic and goal-oriented seniors. These senior varsity cheerleaders brought a cohesive leadership to our team that led us well all season long and deserve to be honored. No one can deny the amazing drive and energy that McKenna Wiggins brought into the gym each and every day. Whether it was in her impromptu solo dance parties, TikTok mania, or on a more serious note, the way in which she supported and pushed her stunt group all season long. McKenna brought so much energy, fun, and encouragement to our team. McKenna, I am so thankful for you and how much you poured into this squad. We are all grateful. The consistent positive outlook and endless drive of Erin Cawley encouraged each one of us to level up every day in the gym. Erin led by example and challenged us to be the best versions of ourselves while maintaining a genuine and honest spirit. Erin, thank you for always being true to yourself and for the impact that you have had on this team. I'm so thankful for the near technical perfection that Nan Woodward brought to our squad. Numerous times in practice, I would look over and see Nan helping out a teammate on dance choreography, motion technique, stunt skills, and more. Although Nan herself learns incredibly quickly, she is also so patient with her teammates who might be struggling to gain certain skills. Nan has a great ability to see the full picture and to put this season into perspective. Nan, I really admire and appreciate how much that had a positive impact on us all. Team over self is how I would describe Grace Pridemore's humble approach to this season. Even when Grace had to sit out one of the most exciting parts of our season, she never turned the attention to herself or how it was affecting her. She never once complained about not being able to participate fully. Instead, Grace sat with me, taking on the role of assistant coach for a few weeks. She watched her team practice and perform with proud eyes and a humble heart. Grace, you are our biggest fan of this season, and you also grew so much in your own skills. Thank you for bringing so much encouragement to our team. I'm so grateful that Erica Swirsky came back for an awesome senior season. Erica is loved by everyone on this squad, especially for her unpredictable and silly personality. She kept us laughing all season long. Although she was nursing an injury from the beginning of the season, she never let that get in her way. Erica, you are so courageous. I watched you push yourself in the gym to try new things that may have scared you, but you challenged yourself to reach new goals and to gain new skills. We leaned on Caroline Kilchenstein so much this season. From being our stretching coach to our dance inspiration, Caroline brought so much knowledge and experience to our team. I witnessed great leadership from Caroline both in the gym, at practice, and on the field at games. She kept us organized and focused both on and off the field. Caroline, thank you for stepping up and taking on this important role so well. I will miss you so much. Lastly, but most certainly not least, I want to recognize Elizabeth Wilson for her positive and upbeat attitude and the encouraging spirit that she brought to this squad. We were very often either laughing with Elizabeth or at Elizabeth because of her ability to make every situation light and comical. With that said, she is serious and focused when it matters most and has an amazing air of confidence that was very encouraging to this team. Elizabeth, I admire your optimism and confidence, and I appreciate how much both of these attributes have added to the positive culture of this squad this past season. To all my girls, you all worked so hard and pushed yourselves to perfect and perform a difficult competitive routine. You took WSA Varsity Cheer to the competitive mat for the first time since 2013. This was a very big accomplishment for everyone. I pray that you know how much you are loved. I told you privately the day of our competition, but today I want to tell you publicly how much you mean to me and how much you make every hour of practice, every long bus ride, and every Friday night game all worth it because of the beautiful people that you are. You brought so much joy to my life this past cheer season, and I am very grateful for that. Go Cats!
Congratulations once again to our cheerleaders. Some individual awards for tonight are these: Most Spirited, Taylor Ingram; Coaches Award, Kaylee Bakeman; and Best All Around for Cheerleading, Nan Woodward. Congratulations, ladies.
Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry that I cannot be with you tonight, but I am grateful to be able to speak about our amazing cross-country season through this video. While you're watching this in May, you've probably forgotten the feeling you felt at the end of the fall. However, as I am recording this, it's only a few days after the state meet, so I want to try to refocus back on the way we were feeling in November. In 2019, the cross-country season was one of building endurance, strength, and team unity. At the beginning of the season, the boys selected Endure as their theme based on Romans 5:3, while the girls chose Press On As One based on Philippians 3:13 through 14. Throughout the season, I saw both teams embrace both of these themes as endurance was built not only physically but mentally as well. The team grew close and pushed each other forward through hill workouts, strength building exercises, and intervals. They also encouraged each other in the classroom and helped with math problems, and discussions about Bible or literature assignments were often heard before practice and on the way to meets. All of the hard work paid off once the races started in late August. Usually, a runner isn't expected to run even close to their best time in August, but summer mileage helped 6 run their best or second best times ever, with the girls placing second and the boys placing fourth of 13 schools. This accomplishment showed that the Wildcats are ready for big things this season. As the season progressed, times fell, and by the Conyers meet in late September, most runners were running faster than they ever had before, and over a minute faster than they had at the meet the previous year. Immediately following that meet, the Wildcats' endurance was tested as they experienced the hardest training week of the season. With a full strength workout immediately followed by a full interval workout for 5 straight days, their mental and physical stamina was tested as every energy system in their bodies was worked to the max. This week not only helped them to develop as athletes, but was also the turning point in building the team into a family as they had to rely on each other for strength and support to get through each practice. By the end, they were tired and sore, but proud of what they had accomplished together. The results of that challenging week started to show themselves immediately as the regular season wrapped up. In the last 2 meets before region, we saw some notable moments worth mentioning again. At Heathwood Hall, we were delayed due to the high heat index, but that didn't stop Reagan, Claire, Brad, Brooks, Henry, or Robert from dropping over a minute off of their previous best times. And Robert did it missing a shoe. At the final meet at Fox Creek, Emerson dropped 30 seconds off of her best time to win the meet overall, while Claire also PR'd to place second. Rachel dropped time too, and the rest of the team was consistent with their best times, and the girls' team placed first overall. On the boys' side for that meet, sickness had taken 3 of the usual top boys out, but Brad ran faster than the previous course record to place second overall, while Eli, Sam, and Jack each dropped huge amounts of time to earn second place as a team. The following week, at the peak of the coldest tropical storm I've ever seen, the team toed the line for the region meet. Both teams went in ranked second, with the girls 27 behind first place and the boys only 3 points ahead of third. Thanks to huge performances from all 5 members of the varsity scoring team, the girls came within 3 points of the win, while the boys came out 15 points ahead of John Millage. Cooper, Brad, and Eli placed 8th, 9th, and 10th respectively to earn all region honors, while Emerson, Claire, Allie, and Libby placed 4th, 6th, 9th, and 10th to also earn all region plaques. Finally, at the state meet, the team had great weather and a well-groomed course to put all of their training on the line. The boys raced first, and Cooper was 9th across the finish with a time of 17:43 to be the 3rd ever Westminster boy to earn all-state honors. The solid performances and huge PRs by Will, Brad, Eli, Sam, Thomas, and Henry propelled the boys to 3rd in the state, the highest state placing ever for Westminster boys. On the girls' side, Claire ran the fastest overall girls' time of the year to lead the Wildcats to 5th place as a team. Emerson, Reagan, Libby, Rachel, Allie, and Sydney all ran extremely well, dropping time off their best to fend off the 6th place team by 2 points. In the classroom, the boys and girls team excelled as well, resulting in 0 academic probation notices during the season. Although the statistics are impressive, the growth of each of these individuals is truly the greatest part of the season. During my 2 years of coaching at Westminster, I have seen these athletes embrace the value of hard work and rely on each other when they are feeling down. They have pushed themselves to achieve challenging goals through grit, determination, and teamwork. Cross country is both a team and individual sport, and this group has combined both aspects to improve tremendously together in each of the past 2 seasons. I am grateful and proud to have been part of this Westminster community, and I thank everyone for the opportunity to coach these terrific young athletes. I really could not have asked for a better group of students, parents, and support during my time in Augusta. I am looking forward to big things from each of these athletes in the future, both in running and in other areas of their lives. They are a special group, and together they can accomplish anything. Thank you.
Congratulations again to the girls and boys cross-country team. Making all region for the boys was Cooper Caruglian, Brad Joyner, and Eli Scott. And congrats to Cooper for making all-state. All region for the girls, Emerson Eubank, Claire Peacock, Libby Carter, and Allie Roseman. Now, for the individual cross-country awards. For the girls, the Coaches Award goes to Reagan Lutz, Most Improved, Claire Peacock, and the MVP, Emerson Eubank. For the guys, the Coaches Award goes to Eli Scott, Most Improved, Robert Vogelin, and MVP, Cooper Caruglian. Congrats again to the cross-country teams.
Fall of 2019 was our 4th year for the clay shooting sports team, and it continues to be the fastest growing sport in the GSA. And yes, we had a great season. Our co-ed team competed in skeet, trap, and sporting clays, We participated in 8 tournaments around the state and qualified to compete in the state finals in Savannah, Georgia, for the 4th season in a row. This was a 2-day tournament where each student participated in all 3 disciplines. During our 4th season, our team members fired over 6,000 shells in practice and 14,000 shells in competition. They woke up early, traveled far, and shot in some challenging weather conditions without complaint. I would like to personally thank our coaching and support staff, David Freeman, Jeff Drake, John Puckett, and Brandon Stone, for all of their volunteer time and expertise as we competed this season. Our team continued to be very busy and very involved this season, and our coaches were a huge help with all of the travel and practice logistics that we had to figure out. I would like to also thank all of the parents who supported our team both financially and with all of their time traveling and encouraging our team members at practices and tournaments. To say the least, we had a really great season with this new and exciting sport. This was ultimately made possible by our committed varsity team members. Please join me in congratulating our team in their 4th season, as I am extremely proud of each and every member, and I cannot wait to build upon our team's success next season. Come join us this fall and see what all the excitement is about.
Congratulations once again to Clay Shooting Sports. Our individual award winners are 3 different coaches awards for the top 3 shooters in the state: Jacob Stone, Charlie Freeman, and Colby Halls. Congrats, guys. The 2019 football season was unlike any season I've had while coaching at Westminster the past 10 years. This team loved to have fun, and they showed great leadership. I couldn't ask for a better coaching staff, and of course, our players were a joy to coach. Our team never wanted to just go through the motions and show up. We wanted to play and practice to the very best of our ability, and that made this season so very special. If you followed our season this past fall, you saw that our team played at a high standard. Coming off of an undefeated season last year and losing 10 seniors, the guys this year were ready to prove that they could play as well. We started this season by going to Camp Highland, where we prepared for the upcoming season and had some great times of bonding. We solidified our defense and knew that it would be a force to reckon with. That showed all season long as the defense set the tone for an exciting offensive display each game. The only blemish of the entire season was a first half defeat to Peachtree Academy. I'm confident that the lightning delay and eventual second half suspension of play was the only thing that kept us from coming back and winning that game as well. You know, that game gave us a spark that carried us into the playoffs and eventually becoming the 2019 GISA state champions. I could talk about so many games this past season, but the one I'm most proud of is the state championship game, where our team went into the halftime with just a 7-6 lead and then came out the second half, scored 3 touchdowns, and held Windsor Academy scoreless to finish with a 28-6 victory. This season was marked by another great group of seniors. They were really good football players, and even more important, they showed tremendous leadership throughout this season. Caleb Lindman was a first-year player who ended up being one of the best defensive backs ever to play at Westminster. He holds the record for the longest pick 6 in team history. Keller Pansari was one of our fastest football players, and he was a joy to coach. Another first-year player, he was always willing to learn and came each day with a great attitude. Sam Carter showed great leadership right away, and even though he had not played football before, he ended up starting both ways and was a key player in our playoff and championship run. Taylor Edmonds always brought a smile to each of us, and between his incredible dance moves, great offensive line play, and his ferocious defensive intensity, he was a player that will certainly never be forgotten. Jack Baker has been running past people and around defenses since middle school, and he proved it again this year as he was one of our leading rushers and always came ready to play. Joseph Jackson was part of the dynamic duo along with Jack, and he proved himself again this season as one of the best backs in our entire league. He was also one of our leading rushers this season and a key part of our defense and special teams. Thomas Saul started the season at quarterback and proved what we've known for years, that he's a phenomenal player and an offensive leader. Even when he was injured the latter part of the season, he still remained a huge part of the team and continued his leadership on and off the field. Jacob Heaton is one of those players that come along every once in a while that will be very hard to replace. He's been one of the best offensive linemen and defensive player for the past 4 years. He's a fighter, and he gives everything he has each and every game. Grant Fuller proved that he could play anywhere on the field as he dominated on special teams, defense, and played multiple positions on offense. After being sidelined last season due to injury, Grant came back and put on a performance of a lifetime with his late season playoff run as our quarterback. I will certainly miss our seniors next year, and you guys will always be part of the Westminster football family. But I'm looking forward to some new guys coming out to join the team next season, as well as our underclassmen from this year's team coming back for another great year. There's nothing better than being able to be part of a team that works hard, competes hard, and honors the Lord with doing their very best each and every time out. Thanks again to our parents, Booster Club volunteers, fans, coaches, and players. Go Wildcats. Congratulations once again to this year's varsity football team. A few awards that these guys picked up over the past season. Joseph Jackson was named Augusta Chronicle Independent School Football Player of the Year. Grant Fuller and Taylor Edmonds were Augusta Chronicle All-Area, as well as Sam Carter, Thomas Saul, Jacob Heaton, and Caleb Lindman got honorable mention. All-Region for this year's team was Jack Baker, Sam Carter, Taylor Edmonds, Grant Fuller, Jacob Heaton, Joseph Jackson, Caleb Lindman, and Thomas Saul. Grant Fuller also was named to the Senior All-Star Game. All-State in football, Jack Baker, Grant Fuller, Jacob Heaton, and Joseph Jackson. And now for the individual awards from this year's team. The Coaches Award this year goes to Thomas Saul. Best Offensive Player goes to Joseph Jackson and Jack Baker. Best Defensive Player goes to Jacob Heaton. And the most valuable player of the 2019 football team is Grant Fuller. Congratulations, guys.
It's that time of year again. We try to sum up everyone's accomplishments in less than 2 minutes. How do we start such a task? First of all, congratulations on a season well done. We started this year trying something new, moving practices to the early morning in an effort to increase pool time. Many of you represent Westminster in other sports and activities, and our goal was to allow for that to continue while maximizing our focus on swimming at the same time. For all the early mornings in the cold water, you deserve a pat on the back. Go ahead, I'll wait. Give yourself a pat on the back. Every lap you swim without grumbling or complaining is training. Training and discipline for the adults you will become. Together, you logged hundreds of miles in 4 months. That doesn't go unnoticed. Your efforts resulted in drop time, team records, and high school girls state runners-up. Congratulations. Okay, high five someone near you, or virtually high five. In order to give the athletes a voice, I want to quickly share a quote from our high point scorers this year. Harrison Rucker says, "I'm so proud of our team, all of us. Swimming is a tough sport, so much tougher than it looks. So much of it is mental. Our guys and girls trained hard this season and we had a great season. We got stronger and improved as each day passed. Next year is going to be even better." Elizabeth Rucker says, "What an amazing season. Our 6 varsity girls came together to achieve state runner-up. Swimming is so much more than laps in the water. It's teamwork, pushing yourself when you think you have nothing left, and cheering and encouraging each other after good races and bad ones. I'm so thankful for my teammates and can't wait for next season." Coach Jess and I are proud of you. Don't take lightly the commitment to this sport. Physical training is valuable. We are so proud and loved having you as part of the Westminster team this year.
Congratulations once again to the girls and boys swimming team. Some individual awards for tonight. From the girls' side, Coaches Award, Bethany Williams. Most Improved, Caitlin Dawkins. The MVP, Elizabeth Rucker. Now for the boys swim team. Coaches Award, Sam Williamson. Most Improved, Jack Tabb. And the MVP, Harrison Rucker. Congratulations to both our boys and girls swim team.
Okay, by this point in tonight's sports banquet, COVID style, You are ready to get on with it, so let me give you a quick rundown of the Lady Cats 2019-20 basketball season. So much of what we do in our program is done to honor our seniors. We strive to give them priceless memories that will last a lifetime, and this season was no different. This year, we had 3 seniors who were critical to our success, who did a tremendous job learning how to lead. This group was headlined by one of the top statistical performers of our program that we've ever had, Genevieve Waller, who scored well over 1,000 career points and routinely drew double teams from opponents on her way to averaging over 15 points and 8 rebounds per game this season. In addition to being named to the GISA All-State team, she was also named the Augusta Chronicle's Player of the Year for her efforts. Genevieve's career at Westminster has been marked by unprecedented team success, as she played an integral role in seeing this program win 121 games against just 40 losses over her 5-year career playing varsity basketball. In addition, she was a starter for the team's first ever region championship team in 2018 as a sophomore, and even got to play in the program's second Final Four that same year. As is true with most teams, Genevieve's accomplishments would have been an exercise in futility if she had not been surrounded by 2 other quality co-senior leaders in Christina Brown and Heather Cranford. Christina functioned as our Swiss Army knife in the post. She was plugged into whatever situation needed the most attention, and without fail, she responded like a true champion by embracing her ever-changing role and always remaining flexible. She also served as a motivational voice in the team's locker room. Heather has been the undisputed heart and soul of our team for the past 2 or 3 seasons. Seldom do you find a player who rarely scores and is barely 5 feet 1 inch tall, who is more essential to the success of our team than Heather is. In addition to being a lockdown defender who often covered for the defensive mistakes of her teammates, Heather was always counted on to be a first-class student athlete for all 4 of her years at Westminster after she came over from EDS. Heather leaves perhaps the biggest leadership void that will need to be filled by a future Lady Cat going forward. Although our season had its share of roadblocks this year, no one will soon forget the senior night victory over Augusta Prep that punctuated our season. It was so special to be able to honor our 3 seniors with a win over Prep, who eventually won our region this year. Our 3 seniors made my job easier each day, and I think they will reap the benefits of having learned valuable leadership skills this year and will be able to use them in college for sure. Congratulations also go out to Kaylee Bakeman, a junior, for earning all region honors alongside Genevieve. I'm looking forward to seeing what her senior year is going to look like as a new group of seniors from the class of 2021 take over. I want to take a moment to thank those who made our season another special one. My assistant coaches, Jamison Holgate and Sydney Armstrong, our team mom / game video editor, Tandy Waller, and Eric and Carolyn Holgate for stepping up when our team needed a site for our numerous team parties and get-togethers this season. Players often make the mistake of thinking their seasons are dictated by what they do in practice, when this is only partially true. True players are marked by what they do during the summer months, not during the season. So to the 2020 and 21 version of the Lady Cats, are y'all ready to take over? Because your time is coming.
Congratulations once again to our girls JV basketball and girls varsity basketball teams. On the varsity girls team, we have a few other awards. All area for the Augusta Chronicle Independent Girls Basketball Player of the Year is given to Genevieve Waller. All region, Kaylee Bakeman and Genevieve Waller. And Genevieve also picked up All-State and was named to the 1,000-Point Club. Some individual awards tonight for the JV girls basketball team. Coaches Award, Lillian Hornsby. Most Improved, Kenley Hanna, and MVP, Claire Crowder. The individual awards for girls varsity basketball, Coaches Award, Mary Grace Apostle. Best Offensive Player, Kaylee Bakeman. Best Defensive Player, Heather Cranford. And the MVP, Genevieve Waller. Congratulations to our girls JV and varsity basketball teams.
Good evening. I would like to thank our parents for their support, prayers, and encouraging words. You as parents should be very proud of your sons for the way they have represented your family in the Westminster basketball program. I'd like to thank my two assistants, Ron and Oliver, for their friendship, loyalty, and many hours of being a part of the basketball program. Congratulations to the boys varsity basketball team on a successful season. They finished the season with an overall record of 16 wins and 12 losses. Here are a few of their many great moments and accomplishments this season. Opening game versus Richmond Academy, losing by 1 at the buzzer. Impressive wins over Aquinas, Lake Oconee, Bullock, and Calhoun High School. Qualifying for the GISA Region Tournament and advancing to the first round of the GIS State. This has been a great group of young men to work with. I appreciate their hard work, commitment, and devotion to each other, to our coaching staff, and most important, to Christ. I'd like to recognize each player at this time. First, a special thanks to our manager, Michelle Hawama. Appreciate her love and dedication for basketball and serving others. Freshman, Brady Poss, talented young shooting guard, three-point threat anywhere on the floor. Sophomores, Chris Booker, coachable, great shooting behind the three-point arc. Jacob Hanna, talented post, great hands, soft touch around the rim. Q Davis, crafty young player, good defender, great vision on the floor. Benji Lynch, athletic, gifted, great offensive skills. Carter Huss, well-rounded, hard-working on both ends of the floor, loves the game. Chris Hart, hard-nosed point guard that can defend and score at any time on the floor. Devin Story, talented scorer, averaged 21 points per game this season. And last, senior Nicholas Kirshner, hard-working, great defender on the post, led the teams in charge taken. Finally, I would like to recognize some special awards. Coach's Award goes to Nicholas Kirshner. Best Defensive Player in All-Region Honors, Carter Huss. Best Offensive Player, All-Region Honors, Chris Hart. And Most Valuable Player, All-Region and State Honors, Devin Story. Hey, thanks again for your hard work and dedication to playing the game in a way that honored Christ. Thank you.
Congratulations again to our boys, JV, and varsity basketball teams. For the boys varsity basketball, Devin Story was named the Augusta Chronicle All-Area Independent Boys Basketball Player of the Year. All-Region awards went to Carter Huss and Devin Story, and Devin was also named All-State. Some individual awards for tonight from the JV Basketball: Coach's Award, Chris Booker; Most Improved, Hayes Henson; and the MVP, Brady Poss. The individual awards for boys varsity basketball: Coach's Award, Nicholas Kirshner; Best Offensive Player, Chris Hart; Best Defensive Player, Carter Huss; and the MVP, Devin Story. Congrats again on a great season. As we begin honoring our spring sport teams, and before we go any further in our program tonight, I'd like to pause and let you know that we are praying for all the many people around our nation and the world that have been impacted by COVID-19. As you know, there have been many lives lost, and the world as we know it has been turned upside down. Many parents are working from home, and many have even lost jobs. As a school, we have moved to remote learning, and sports have been suspended until further notice. It is our hope that we can come together again soon and get back to the joy of athletics and being together as a team. I've missed the competition, the team camaraderie, the ability to laugh and play as a team, and I've missed the emotion of sport, the ups and the downs, and the lessons we learned in those times. As you know, our spring sports were suspended before the season ended. Most of the teams were able to go through preseason training and even played a few games. Some teams played more than others, but we want to honor them tonight, and even though they were unable to finish, they're still on our hearts. I want to start tonight with golf and track. Our golf team was coached again this year by Coach Matt Tracy, and they were only one match into the season once we were forced to suspend play. We look forward to next spring when our golf team can hit the links once again. And we want to congratulate our top golfer of the year who earned the Coach's Award. Congratulations to Colt Ingram. We had a similar story with our track and field team. Track this season was led by our new head varsity cross-country coach, Aaron Johnson. They too were only able to attend one meet, and many of the athletes were not able to compete. I want to thank these coaches and of course honor our student athletes of these two sports. We're looking forward to a spring of 2021 when golf and track can resume play. Now, let's continue to recognize our other spring sports which were able to compete in a few more matches and a few more games. Like many of you, I'm sad that our baseball and girls soccer team are not able to continue their string of consecutive playoff appearances. And I'm sad that our state champion tennis teams are not able to go for another title. And I'm certainly sad that our boys soccer team is not able to defend their 6 consecutive state championships. Again, at the filming of this video, play is still suspended for spring sports. But it is our hope to get together again, even if it's just for an exhibition game. Thank you all for understanding and for joining with us to keep our student athletes as safe as possible during these difficult times.
Dear players and parents, as a coach and team, we have experienced a short but still a successful varsity tennis season. It has not been easy to be away from both tennis teams these past 2 months. Team practices, matches, traveling, eating together as a team are the memories that make players a team. I'm so sorry for each player and senior that did not get to experience a full season of matches, individual and state team competition. Although we have players that will be returning next year, I'd like to recognize every player on the team and our seniors. The boys varsity tennis team, first singles, Luke Wells. Second singles, Jacob Hanna. Third singles, senior, Logan Smith. Doubles team, Henry Waller and Jack West. The girls varsity tennis team, first singles, Kaylee Bakeman. Second singles, senior, Michelle Awama. Third singles, senior, McKenna Wiggins. Single player, Wellesley Fuller. Doubles teams, Ella Perry and Anna Claire Pruitt. Another doubles team, Kayla Casella and Bria Ray Bentley. Another doubles team, seniors, Genevieve Waller and senior Christina Brown. Our team would like to honor a few of our senior tennis players at this time. Senior Captain Logan Smith, Coaches Award. Logan was on the boys all-region team last year and went to state. Thank you, Logan, for always being a team player and allowing me the opportunity to be your high school tennis coach. Senior Captain Michelle Awama, Coaches Award. I've taught and coached Michelle in tennis since she was in 5th grade. Michelle experienced 3 consecutive girls' state team tennis championships playing doubles. I will greatly miss her next year. Senior McKenna Wiggins, Most Improved Player. Our first match of the season, the girls' team were tied 2-2, and McKenna was playing number 3 singles. She played her heart out and won the match in a tiebreaker for the girls' team to win the overall match 3-2. McKenna also experienced a girls' state team tennis championship one year. I'd like to thank our team mom, Sharon Awama, for her love, support, and encouragement these past 5 years. Thank you to all of our parents for their support during our brief tennis season. I'd also like to thank Coach Tubbs for being my assistant. I'm already looking forward to a great varsity tennis season next year. Thank you.
Congratulations once again to our boys and girls tennis program. A few individual awards for tonight go to 3 different seniors. The Coaches Award, Logan Smith, and Michelle Awama. Most Improved, McKenna Wiggins. Congrats to our boys and girls tennis team.
Where do I start with this speech? As it has been an interesting 2020 overall. We started this season with reservations as to whether or not we were going to be able to compete. Surprisingly, we had a winning record before everything came to an abrupt stop. The entire baseball world went from running around on the field of dreams to now wondering. Wondering, are we going to get to finish the season? If anything, this moment in time has been the epitome of the old saying, play it like it's your last game. The fact of the matter is, this was some of you all's last season in high school and maybe forever playing baseball. The last season to display your God-given talents, represent the Wildcat Nation, and most of all, compete with your brothers in arms. but in the midst of the storm, our Lord will bring us into the light. I want all the Westminster student athletes to remain encouraged that your time at WSA has prepared you for a bright future. As for my senior baseball players, my heart goes out to you all because of the hard work you put into developing a winning tradition was cut short. Jake Heaton, Thomas Saul, Grant Fuller, I want to thank you all for the opportunity to coach you and share a small part of you growing up. You three were my first freshman class. It is tough not being able to finish what we started, but in the end, we have created great memories together. I have had the pleasure of watching you grow into strong, impactful young men. The three of you have helped the baseball program come from the ashes to one that is well respected. I would like to leave you with these words of inspiration just in case life hits you with a sudden change as you go forward. Stay hopeful that no matter what obstacle falls in your way, that God has prepared you with the power to overcome. Stay encouraged that the people in your life are rooting for you to be successful in all future endeavors. Stay faithful that God will not put more on you than you can bear, and that He has laid out your path for life's journey. Just follow His lead. In closing, remember, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Just enjoy every day, every moment, and go Wildcats.
Congratulations again to our baseball team. Some individual awards tonight for baseball. The Coaches Award goes to Jacob Heaton, Best Offensive Player, Grant Fuller, Best Defensive Player, Thomas Saul. Congrats again, guys, on a shortened season.
When this season began, we had no idea that it would include missing so many games and practices, so many times of fellowship. We had no idea what it held for us, and truthfully, we still have no idea what it will hold for us. But we are assured of one thing: our Heavenly Father is assuredly in control, and He is moving during this moment. It is evidenced in the theme that the senior girls developed for our team, which is relentless. When they came up with the team's theme, they had no idea that it would take such relentless faith, such relentless fortitude during their final season as Westminster Wildcats, but it certainly did. I cannot express how thankful I am to have coached 7 incredible ladies, 7 incredible servants of God. I have witnessed their relentless effort, their relentless faith, and their relentless passion for the sport, each other, and our God. I've seen this in Callie's resolute, calm assuredness, letting the team know that we can do this in our toughest storms. Kate's fierce passion and desire to perform to the highest ability at all times. Christina's willingness to play whatever position the team needs in the model of a true servant. Mary Ellis's consistent, optimistic, and cheerful diligence that she used to attack every single drill and game, no matter the opponent. Or Jillian's growth from a meek freshman to the best goalkeeper in GISA with a strong, bold voice during the game's most tense moments. Nanette's unwavering devotion to getting better and playing as hard as possible every single moment, despite it only being her second year playing this sport. Or finally, Heather's unfailing, never stopping, maximum level of effort that inspired all around her. I've seen this relentlessness for the 4 years as the blessed coach that believed that it was he who was teaching and giving knowledge and wisdom to these players. But the irony is that they have been the ones that have been teaching me the entire time. They've been teaching me the following: how to act with humility, Mary Ellis; how to fight for what you believe in, Kate; how to remain calm in the tempest, Callie; how to let your plans remain flexible so God can use you in the way that He plans, Christina; how to sacrifice yourself for the good of others, Jill; how to boldly leap out in faith and take risks to better yourself, Nanette; and finally, how to never give up no matter how daunting the task, Heather. No matter what this season of soccer or life holds for us, I have no doubt that this group of girls will attack it relentlessly. I would also be remiss if I didn't thank our senior manager, Dodie Shaw, who selflessly served this team by doing whatever needed to be accomplished, whether it be keeping stats, setting up drill with cones, fishing balls out of murky creeks, or tromping through the mud pit that Wheelerfield became in February. Dodie always did this with a servant's heart and filled our team with laughter and joy at every moment. I'm so thankful for this group that God blessed me with. And as always, go Wildcats.
Congratulations once again to our girls soccer program. Some individual awards tonight. Our Coaches Award goes to Mary Ellis Baker. Best Offensive Player, Kate Lynch. Best Defensive Player, Jillian Kitchens. The Leadership Award, Callie Franks. Most Versatile Award goes to Christina Brown. The Max Effort Award goes to Heather Cranford. And the Wildcat Way Character Award goes to Nanette Colon-Rios. We want to congratulate all of these seniors that played for the girls soccer team this past spring. Congrats, ladies.
Today we want to celebrate a group of guys who, despite flooding in February and a global pandemic, still managed to forge a team. Not only that, but even in the abridged time we had, they still managed to set several new school records. The current group holds the new school record for goals allowed. The old record was 9 goals total allowed, and the team aspired to break that record by only allowing 8. It was looking pretty daunting when the 7 games into our season we had already allowed 6. But sure enough, there was a plan. Only conceding 6 goals, behold the new record holders, earning the record. In addition to the team shattering the old record for goals allowed, this year's group was also the only team in school history to have 20% of the team playing the goal at some point. And per usual, when things like that happen, light shines through. Case in point, when JR penciled a clean sheet against ARC. Speaking of celebrations, not only has it been a while since we got a yellow card for celebrating, but never has a freshman been bold enough to do it. Here's Aldair's recreation of his epic celebration in quarantine. This is pretty much every day with this freshman crew. Don't let their looks deceive you. They're one of the hardest hitting lots we've seen. That doesn't mean the seniors have lost their touch. On second thought, maybe we shouldn't watch that one, and you'll have to take my word for it. And finally, amid all the rainfall, this is by far the team least likely to let a little weather keep them from training. Even with a record-breaking 9 inches of rain in February, we never missed a training session. That last clip pretty much sums up the group. In a season wrought with setbacks, they always seem to find a silver lining. Coincidentally, our theme this year was about the necessity of setbacks in order to build a legacy. While a few lost games and maybe a couple minor injuries were what I had in mind, there's apparently more at work with this group than originally thought. And while we don't know what that is, just as we didn't know what was going to happen that Sunday, I look forward to the redemption this setback will offer this extraordinary group of players, especially our seniors. Many thanks are in order. Firstly, the coaching staff, Jeff McLarnon and Will Boyd. None of this would be possible without them, and it's a true privilege to be able to work with family and friends. And this year, former player Brandon Smith interned as our goalkeeper coach and was a great addition to the program. Thank you to our technical staff, Branch Carter, for all the behind-the-scenes things he does for the team, Tim McLean for keeping players healthy, physically and mentally, our manager, Catherine Smith, for keeping us running smoothly and supporting the players, Kimberly Lemon for handling our game day provisions, Andrew Bryan and Rhonda Baranowski for all their support, and thank you to our parents for all your support and sacrifice for the players. All the best to our seniors, and have a great evening.
Congratulations again to our boys varsity soccer team. A few individual awards tonight. The Leadership Award goes to senior Sam Carter. The Playmaker Award goes to Caleb Lindman. The Counter-Attacking Award goes to Joseph Jackson. The Crafty Award goes to Sam Heron. And the Wildcat Way Character Award goes to Keller Pansari. Congratulations to all of these seniors on the boys varsity soccer team. Now it's time for our Male and Female Athlete of the Year award. This award is based on a point system that includes participation and performing at a high level in your respective sports. Also being recognized throughout the GISA region and state as one of the top athletes in your sport. The 2 names of our Male and Female Athlete of the Year will be displayed in the gym lobby for years to come. So, without further ado, the 2020 Female Athlete of the Year is Genevieve Waller. Genevieve is the daughter of Tandy and Adam Waller. She's a three-sport athlete participating in basketball, tennis, and track. Genevieve was named senior captain and was awarded All-Region and All-State once again this season in basketball. She was a member of the 2018 Girls Basketball Region Championship team and Final Four basketball team. She is the most recent addition to the Westminster 1,000 Point Club, and recently she was named the Augusta Chronicle All-Area Independent Girls Player of the Year. Genevieve's favorite Westminster athletic memory is winning the region championship for the very first time in girls basketball history. Congratulations once again to the 2020 Female Athlete of the Year, Genevieve Waller. The 2020 Male Athlete of the Year is Grant Fuller. Grant is the son of Suzanne and Todd Fuller. He is a two-sport athlete participating in football and baseball. In football, Grant was named to the Senior All-Star Game, was awarded All-Region and All-State, and was named MVP on this year's state championship team. In baseball, he holds the school records for career home runs in a season, and career RBIs. Last year, Grant was named the Augusta Chronicle All-Area Baseball Player of the Year, and this year he was named to the Augusta Chronicle All-Area Independent Football Team. Grant is also the winner of the Morris C. Johnson Academic Athlete Award, given to only 12 student athletes in the entire GISA. Grant's favorite athletic memory from his time at Westminster is winning the 2019 state championship in football this past fall. Congratulations once again to our 2020 Male Athlete of the Year, Grant Fuller. This is normally the time in our program where I ask the seniors to join me on stage. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do that this year. However, I do want to say one last thing to our graduating seniors. This senior class has had an incredible body of work over the past 4 years. And even though the spring seasons were suspended, let's take a look at all of the athletic accomplishments they achieved. From 2016 to 2020, baseball, 3 state playoff appearances. Basketball, 2 region championships, 2 Elite 8 appearances, and 2 Final Four appearances. Cross country, 1 Final Four finish. Football, 1 region championship and 1 state championship. Soccer, 3 region championships, 3 Elite 8 appearances, 3 state championships. Swimming, 3 state Final Four finishes, 1 state runner-up. Tennis, 2 region championships and 2 state championships. Help me congratulate our seniors tonight and the many things that they accomplished over these past 4 years. Could have been more with our spring season being canceled, but this is certainly an amazing list of athletic achievements. I always like to leave the seniors with a few thoughts or questions that hopefully will challenge or encourage you as you leave your high school years. Tonight, I want to give you 3 questions for you to ask yourself as you move on to the next chapter in life. The first question is, what is my passion? Ask yourself, what challenges me? What intrigues me? What motivates me? Your passion so often leads to your purpose. You may not know what your passion is right now, and that's okay. The important thing is to make it your life mission, to find it, to live it, and to share it. The second question for tonight is simply, who are my friends? As you graduate and leave Westminster, you need to be intentional about finding good, godly people to hang out with, and friends you can be accountable to. One of my favorite quotes of all time is, "Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future." This is so important as you head off to college next year. The third and final question is, who is my God? I want to challenge you to ask yourself this question, because your faith is not simply knowing about God or being able to make an A on a Bible quiz, but having a real relationship with Jesus and allowing Him to direct your path. There are a lot of temptations out there, but I encourage you to keep your eyes fixed on Jesus and the path that He has for you. So, ask yourself these questions. What is my passion? Who are my friends? And who is my God? You see, all of these awards, all of these earthly achievements, one day will pass away, but a relationship with Jesus Christ will last forever. So as we conclude for the evening, I want to once again say congratulations to all of our student athletes and thank you to parents, coaches, and volunteers for your support of Westminster Athletics this past year. God bless you all, and good night.